welcome to the third devlog of the Mini Beast series. Today I want to talk about the updates again and also what is planned for the next week, and also about one idea I have, but I will talk about it a bit later. In the background you see some gameplay from the game right now as it looks. So let's hop into the upgrades. I was 1 week on break. As I said, I was on holidays for 1 week, so there was just 1 week for implementing stuff. But a lot happened in this 1 week. I changed the first map completely. I made it not Dark Island, it's now a light map, like it's a lot more lighter, and also got a new style, since the one was really too dark. Also I changed the full enemy styles. All 6 enemies have now a new animation and a new texture. Also they have 3 different animations. They have an idle animation, a hit animation and a die animation. Some of them you will see in the background, some of them you might see in the future. So some other short thing that changed is the game screen. I added the stage that you're in right at the moment. Also I changed the high score and I changed the chest count. To the chest count I have a small idea. I want to implement some boss mobs that drop chests. These boss mobs are really hard to fight and will have more health, more velocity and maybe different features. Every boss mob will drop 1 chest. There will be 3 different type of chests. When you open the chest at the end, you can get some red diamonds, some gold and also some styles. I really liked the idea because it brings a big difference to the game, to the mobs itself. What do you think about it? So now to the code stuff that changed this week. I implemented the full spawning. Every map gets now information about every enemy that spawns until wave 50. I made for that a double array that I just iterate through and get from that the count of every enemy that gets spawns per wave. Also, as I said, I make 50 waves per map at the moment. Maybe it gets more, maybe it gets less. That depends on the map. Also, I added a small barrel. This barrel will shoot a small wave around it when you destroy it. These have neutral projectiles. They can't hit the player, just the enemies. So this is basically everything that I implemented this week. This doesn't sound that much, but the spawning is now fully working. And this was the most important part. Also, it is easy to implement other maps right now, since I just need to make the new array and then it iterate through it, and that makes stuff a lot easier in the future when I want to add more maps. So for the next week, the goals are to complete the first map fully. That means I want to implement every wave. At the moment there's just 30 waves implemented, but it is just an amount of numbers that I need to add to that. Also I want to get the full animations for every enemy. At the moment I have just 2 enemies fully ready that you see in the background. Also I want to implement the full end screen. And the last big task for me for next week is that I want to first implement those chests and the style screen. So next week you will be able to style every player and stuff like that. And some small things. I'm starting a bit with the balancing for the first map right now, since I'm not 100% sure how many enemies will be good and how easy it should be for new players, and also how hard it should get for experienced players. So it is hard to find a good difference between that. I also thought about maybe different modes for a map. So this is basically everything that I want to implement next week. If you want to get more in touch with the project, join our Discord server. It is still there and I'm posting mostly on a daily basis stuff there. And also check out the social media. So this is basically everything. See you next week and in the next devlog.